Today I'm introducing you to the Calico Critters Fairy Tale Friends. These critters came out about a year ago in Japan and they were called the Pointed Hat Babies. And that's when I first saw them and I had to have them immediately. I love fairy tales. I collect children's books with vintage fairy tale drawings from the late 1800s and early 1900s. So these critters were right up my alley. So if you look here, we got the elephant, and just look at these amazing costumes. The pointed hat, the little gold brass little buttons and the belt, and the little plaid pants are just so cute. I mean, these are my 7 dwarfs, my little elves, my munchkins, and my lollipop guild. You could just do so many things with these little critters. As you know, most Sylvanian family figures come with names already, and I found the names that were given to these critters. We have Hilton Bubblebrook Elephant, Cookie Mulberry Raccoon, Adelaide Outback Koala. We have Larkin Keats Cream Cat. We have Perry Buckley the Deer, Clop Fielding Mouse, and Barkley Wildwood Bunny. Now, I tend to name all of my critters. I give them new names that just call out to me, and it's a very serious business. I have a notebook with all these different names that I dream up, and for the most part, I rename nearly all of my critters. Some of them, the names that they come with, I'm like, okay, this was meant for you, and I keep their name. So I did rename these critters. I kind of wanted to go on a 7 dwarfs kind of theme, and based either on their looks or their personality or what they specialize in. So I decided to name my little elephant based on that loud roaring sound he can make, and after that contraption that you can use to blow air onto a fire to keep the fire going and growing. So I named the elephant Bello. And I took off the W as the last letter for the normal spelling of the word because I just think ending in O would be really cute. So this is Bello. Next we have the raccoon, who I think makes just the perfect little Sylvanian elf. Just look at that face. I love the contrast of his yellow outfit with his fur. And so I decided to name him based on his job and his talents. So he is going to chop wood and make things out of wood when they're in the forest and help his other little buddies out there living in the wild. And he will be named Hatchet. Next up we have the koala. And I just love his orange outfit in contrast with his gray fur. And I think I thought of metal based on the color of his gray fur at the time. So he's going to be named after 2 talents: his ability to create things out of metal and his ability to create fraudulent documents in case he and his friends are in a little pinch and they need to go incognito somewhere. So my koala will be named Forger. Next up, I have my thoughtful little dwarf, the cream cat, who takes her time to sit back and think up a plan on how to get she and her friends out of all their little scrapes that they get into. So this little cat is going to be named Ponder. Now we have the cute little deer in the lavender outfit, and I just can't get over the perfect plaid pants on these critters, and the belt and the gold buttons. The white collar is so cute. So this deer is going to be in charge of starting the fires at their home base in the woods. So I named the deer Tinder. Now, when I saw this critter's face, there was just one name and one name only that came to my mind for this little piece of love. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. This little mouse is so mischievous and loves getting his hands in a cookie jar that he can only have one name, and that's based on what I want to do to his little face. So this is my pinchy. And lastly, don't you just want to unwrap this little guy from foil during Easter time and nibble at him little by little till he melts in your mouth? This is Fudge. And this is just to show the names that these critters came with on the top. Now, when I first purchased them, the box was in Japanese, that I didn't see any names for the critters. And so these are names that I have recently found online for the fairy tale friends. So we have Hilton Bubblebrook, which is the name that the elephant came with, and I renamed him to my ferocious little Bello. Then we have Cookie Mulberry for the raccoon, who I renamed to my handy hatchet. We have Adelaide Outback, who I renamed to my wily forger. Larkin Keats, the cream cat, who is my little pensive ponder. Perry Buckley, the deer, is my little fire starter Tinder. Then we have Clap Fielding, who is my adorable, adorable, pinchy little face. And then we have Barkley Wildwood, who is my sweet little piece of fudge. I can't tell you just how much I love these little critters. They are 7 little drops of sweetness. They are the color of all things happy, the color of the rainbow, the color of candy, the color of happiness on a spring day. And I really hope that you can treat yourself to these fairy tale friends and enjoy them as much as I have.